Well, here we are on episode 105, and I'd like to revisit what Nikita Khrushchev said in the late 50s. We cannot expect the American people to jump into capitalism to communism, but we can assist their elected leaders by giving them small doses of socialism until they are one day to wake up as full communists. Think about that. Think about where we're at today. The facts of that statement are pretty much spot on. Karl Marx created and promoted his own brand of socialism, which he named scientific socialism. In a socialistic society, a large portion of production means are owned by the society or the government. Marx's socialism ends in a community of communist society, which is stateless and classless. Let me repeat that. Marx's socialism ends in a communist society, which ends in stateless and classless. Look at your situation today. Are we not there? Or is your head buried in the sand? Communism is incompatible with the U.S. Constitution. Today, socialists and communists openly clutter in our government at all levels. As I bring out in Clark County, Washington State. We hire them, we elect them. They pass socialist legislature while ignoring the Constitution. Just as Nikita Khrushchev predicted it would happen, it did happen. Many, myself included, believed that was impossible. At that time period, we were products of the greatest generation. Full of pride and in loving God and our country. And in school, we even started off our day with a Pledge of Allegiance. Not that way anymore. There's no more Bibles in schools anymore. There's very, very few parochial schools anymore. How much of the world has become products of false prophets? Satan has been introducing small amounts of sin into Christianity. So we have false prophets or just flat out antichrists. There's no difference. As Jesus said in Matthew 12:30, those that don't follow me are against me. How much more plain could it be? John 8:44. Excuse me. You are your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode, and not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Those that do can, and they become successful. Those that can't work for the government, and they steal from the successful. It says in the Bible, there's nothing new under the sun. This is all about two adult seniors who had set their life up without the help of the government. They were in great shape to survive through their twilight years. That was not good to be, though, because a greedy daughter jumped in, and what was not hers, she put claim on. That was her estate. She flat out told her mother, I don't want your house, but I feel you're obligated to give it to me. So she addressed it to the court. Well, the court system, they were going to allow the daughter to take this estate. They wanted it. So they attacked my character. I furnished them character references. They attacked the fact that I was out to steal the estate. I showed them records, whereas I was doing nothing but improving the estate. I was a giver. The daughter was a taker. The courts finally recognized and in fact stated that I was guilty of overprotecting Joanne Kemper's estate. They also mentioned that Carla Mager was guilty of removing money from the estate without permission or just cause. So somehow it became imperative to the courts that they keep Joanne and I apart, to enable their system to eliminate the Kemper estate. That's their system should eliminate it in any means possible. The courts appointed Stacy Bollinger guardian, a woman with a history of bankrupting the estate of people. In at least 2 cases, she was removed, but not until all the money was gone. If Judge Restinas did not know this information, then her involvement goes further than being a judge. Either that or she's not qualified for the job. When Reese Minor was placed as a caregiver against Joanne Kemper's wishes, he brought a protective order against me through Commissioner Sasser. With legal counsel Grant Brower leading her around the courtroom, she found me guilty of being a threat to Mr. Minor. What kind of threat was I? She couldn't answer that. She didn't even allow me to ask that question. She didn't allow me my constitutional rights to defend myself. But she jumped through the hoops, and in that kangaroo court found me guilty. It was all set up. It was nothing to do with Reese Minor. It was obvious to everybody that the object was to keep me away from Joanne Kemper so I could no longer protect her assets. They put in the order I can't call her. She can call me on the landline that allows Reese Minor to eavesdrop in on the extension. It's kind of hard to fight a whole system, a whole government. I tried to recruit fellow Christians, but I couldn't find any. I contacted every church in Vancouver, and I didn't get any response. I emailed what are supposed to be the 10 top churches in Vancouver. I don't know who in the world come up with that decision, who was number 1 or number 10. But I only got one response of my emails. And a young, I suppose, young female pastor let me know that there was no way she would put any of her congregation in harm's way by going to that house and praying with her. Now keep in mind, that house would sell for $700,000, and it's one of the cheaper houses in the neighborhood, so we're not exactly talking about the ghetto here. The deck's been stacked against me from the get-go, and they had to find and invent ways to make me look like a criminal. That's how sad our government has developed. A few years ago, a friend and co-worker was texting me, and she asked me what was in my bedside stand, and I looked and I says, darn, I got a box of bullets and a Bible in there. Now, isn't that strange? So we sat down and we wrote the song, Bullets in the Bible, in my bedside stand. Keep in mind now, this is like 10 years ago. And the lyrics run through the process of the bullets protect my home, the police protect the community, and the soldiers protect the country. But it ends up as, I don't need my bullets, my Bible sets me free. Now, that does relate to today, because the police no longer protect. The soldiers are off fighting wars that don't concern this country. But my Bible still is there to set me free. Isn't it strange how things work out? I believe, I didn't write that song. I believe I just was a scribe. I believe all my writings come from Jesus. So it's about time that you all give it serious consideration. Not consideration, you actually flat out come on over to Jesus. He is the answer, the only righteous answer. There's only two options. There's hate and love. Satan is hate, Jesus is love. So it's not that difficult, is it? I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope you enjoy.
There's bullets and the Bible inside my bedside stand. The shells protect my family, and God will hold my hand. Soldiers fight our nation's foe, police stand strong at home. The bullets and my Bible, I'll never stand alone. We're living now in trying times, no respect and no regret. Hostile minds, no self-control, it's killing our younger set. Some have turned their backs on God and Christianity. Better hold your own or stand alone in a world of insanity. There's bullets and the Bible inside my bedside stand. The shells protect my family, and God will hold my hand. Soldiers fight our nation's foe, police stand strong at home. The bullets and my Bible, I'll never stand alone. Humanity must revert back when a family's faith stood strong. When peace on earth and freedom's ring gave pride to the hearts of all. I say my prayers as I lay down, and that nightstand holds the key. But I don't need my bullets, my Bible sets me free. There's bullets and the Bible inside my bedside stand. The shells protect my family, and God will hold my hand. Soldiers fight our nation's foe, police stand strong at home. The bullets and my Bible, I'll never stand alone. Soldiers fight our nation's foe, police stand strong at home. The bullets and my Bible, I'll never